Hello everyone, today I wanted to do a review of a doll I've had for a long time. I always debated on unboxing this doll, but over the years it has become more prominent that I should probably unbox him because his box is completely ruined. There's no salvaging this box at this time because between a move, which is where it started to get damaged in the first place, alongside the fact that it was stuck in a storage unit, which inevitably brought moisture to the box, which caused not really mold, but it dilapidated and ruined the box more. You know how cardboard gets when it gets wet, it kind of just starts to fall apart and is not exactly what it used to be anymore. And then on top of that, add insult to injury, it was sitting on the floor for a little bit, and my cats are destructive, so they stepped all over the box and ruined it even more than it already was. Because, I popped the front back out so it wouldn't be as dented, but my cat stepped on it so many times that the box is ripped and the plastic is just unsalvageable at this point. So just putting it out there. The box is not in the best shape, but I am deboxing this doll. Like I said, I've been debating on it for a very, very, very long time, for a couple of years now, and now seems like the perfect time because the box is ruined and everything else. So let's just show you what we're unboxing today. This is what we are unboxing. We are unboxing the Save Frankie Freaky Fusion Jackson Jekyll. And along the side you can see Claudine, Dracula, and Jackson himself. Up top, back when these dolls came out, they came out around the same exact time as the movie. This one was the more rare doll because it was the boy of the line, and the boys were so rare as the series went on to find them, unless they were like a 2-pack, like the Boo York one with Claudine and not Claudine, with Cleo and Deuce. Sorry. And then Freaky Fusion logo right there. And then on the back, it shows the logo, Monster High. Be yourself, be unique, be a monster. Frankie Stein bravely risked her life to help her ghoul friends. Now the monsters must find the secret to saving her. And of course it says Jackson Jekyll because this is the Jackson Jekyll one. And then it says, hold on, Frankie. That's what he's saying. And then Claudine says, we'll help you. And then Dracula says, come back to us. Because if I remember right, there's this doll, and then there's a Claudine and a Dracula. But I can't remember for sure. But I know there was a Dracula. I don't own the Dracula for Save Frankie. I wish I did. Because as you all know, Dracula is my favorite. My second favorite is Ghoulia. But surprisingly, I have less Ghoulia than anything. But yeah. And then right down here we have what was the whole Save Frankie Freaky Fusion thing. Let's see. In case you guys haven't watched the movie. During the bicentennial, the ghouls discover the old scientist's workshop and travel back 200 years to the beginning of Monster High. But when they try to get home, they go through a vortex that fuses some of the ghouls together. With the help of the hybrids, the new monsters in school, they learn how to control their combined flaws and together face their greatest challenge to save Frankie. Now, at some point, I will be reviewing the Frankie that goes with the Save Frankie part, but I haven't gotten to that. I gotta put batteries. I gotta make sure I have the batteries first before I can actually get that out of the box. But for right now, we are gonna go ahead and unbox Jackson and see what he looks like out of the packaging. Alright, so we have him out of the box. Here's what he looks like. Because of my phone, his skin looks more yellowy, but it's actually like a really, really pale white. He has like a piercing paint right up. Actually, no, that's actually a piece of plastic that they have embedded into his head. I did not know that. But it is a piercing and it's a piece of plastic, a piece of yellow plastic. Then he has the yellow in his hair, and honestly, his hair is really good for being stuck in a box for as long as it was. And then he has the Save Frankie t-shirt on, which has Frankie's little arms, the little stitching hearts, and of course his symbol, which is the yin and yang, because he's the son of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, basically. And then he has the matching pants and shoes that are these neon blues and greens, and then a little bit of black embedded throughout there. He also has the bracelets on. This one right here, the blue one, is the Save Frankie part. Because with this doll, it actually comes with a Monster High logoed bracelet that looks exactly like his, which is meant for kids. So it probably won't fit my big fat wrist, because look, it won't even go past my fingers. But I'm sure I can find something to do with it. If anything, I could probably just use it as a belt, a very, very loose belt, but probably use it on for a loose belt on a doll. He also comes with this little bit right here that he can hold. The Frankie you can replace with anything, but since this is the Save Frankie doll, I do not recommend taking that out of there and replacing it with something else, unless you want to change his clothes and be like, cheer for somebody else. And then because he actually comes with real hair, well, real fake hair, it comes with the yellow usual Monster High brush, although the yellow is not the usual color for these. Usually it's black, but for this specific movie, like all the dolls had yellow everything, because that was like the color that coincided with the movie. So you have the little Monster High brush that's in yellow, and then of course you also have his doll stand, which is in yellow. And that's how I always remember the Freaky Fusion dolls, because I only have like 2 of them all together. I have the Lagoonifier, and I just got Dracubecca, as you've all recently seen. But I have those 2. But I know that there is also a regular Draculaura that goes in this line too, the Freaky Fusion line, where she's wearing a Save Frankie t-shirt and everything. So if you guys could, help me out on finding that one, I would absolutely appreciate it. Or I could just be thinking of a different doll. But I do think I recall them having one. And then he also comes with these glasses. Now, if I remember right, I don't think Jackson was even in this movie, but I figured they made Jackson because they didn't want to have to make Frankie's relative, which would have been pretty easy because they could have just redone a Jackson Jekyll doll and made it into Frankie's relative, which is Dr. Frankenstein, basically, who created her mom and dad. And they eventually created her because there's actually a series of books based around Monster High that tells you how Frankie was kind of created. It's the first book in the series of Monster High. But it's not the cartoony drawn one covers. It's actually written by an author, but I can't remember her name. But I own the first 2 books in that series. I just need to get the last one. But that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about Jackson here. Now we go ahead and see how the glasses look on him. Because I don't actually have one with glasses. Oh, the glasses do not fit well on his head. I am just going to put that out there. This is what happens when I'm trying to put on his glasses. There we go. I got him on. So that's what he looks like with the glasses on. And it's not too bad. But he's kind of like Deuce. I prefer them without the glasses. There's not really very many guy dolls that I own that I actually like the glasses on if they come with glasses. It's kind of like Gil. I like him better without the helmet than with the helmet. But I don't keep the helmets. Like, I've only got one gill that actually came with the helmet. All my other gills never came with helmets. I don't remember if they even originally came with helmets, because a lot of my dolls I buy secondhand. So yeah, I do have another Jackson, and I do believe somebody told me it was the Swimline Jackson, but I don't have any of his clothes, so I will not be showing him again on this channel. If you guys watch my video from when I first moved in, like when I was first moving, he's shown in that video, but I have not shown him since because I've been trying to find his clothes, but I cannot find his clothes anywhere. So if somebody that still owns Monster High dolls, knows me, knows my address and everything, knows how to get, like, can get their hands on Jackson's clothes, whether it be the actual swim doll or whether it be, you know, one of his date nights with Frankie dolls. You know, I don't have that picnic Frankie or that Jackson, but if I could at least get some of his clothes for my other Jackson Jekyll dolls, I would really appreciate it, but I'm not asking for it. I just would really appreciate it if somebody could help me out with that. I know I could search eBay and everything, but I know there's still Monster High collectors that are slowly trying to get rid of their collections and stuff, and I just, you know, help me help you. I just don't have the cash to buy all this stuff right now, but I'm still slowly growing my collection. This is just a doll I had sitting around, and I just wanted to show you guys what he looked like out of the box, because I really love this doll, and I love Jackson dolls so much. I just wish that I could get his alter ego, which is Holt Hyde, but that doll goes for like $100 and something most of the time, so I don't ever see me getting Holt. But if I ever could, I would be so ecstatic. It's kind of like the Comic-Con dolls. If I could get my hands on those, I would buy those in a heartbeat, but I am not spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on them. So maybe one day I'll have somebody that'll be like, here's my whole collection. I'm donating it to you because I don't want it anymore. I highly doubt that'll ever happen, but that would be wonderful if it would. But that is all I have to say for today. Sorry for blabbing so long about random stuff and going on tangents. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please, if you are able to comment, go ahead and comment down below. If not, you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook under the same exact names that I am on here. And don't forget to subscribe and press that bell notification bell so that, yeah, that bell notification, so that way you get notified whenever I post videos, which is pretty sporadic because with the way YouTube is now, I never know whether you guys are going to see my videos or not anyways, because I post toy reviews. But that being said, have a ponytastic day, and I will see all you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.